Well, thank you for being here this morning. It's really good to see such a great turnout. I think the most important thing we do is promote safety. Keeping people safe, and that starts with everybody in this. Well, I won't say it starts. It starts everywhere. It starts from us with our engineering design standards on designing roadways, the things we do from a traffic perspective. But the most exposure it seems like we get are the folks on the front line, and that's folks in this room. And it's you can't say enough about the importance and just the self-sacrificing nature of what you do. That characteristic in you and that job. The help program started back in '99 has been something that is almost something you take for granted now. We do, and it's been such a good thing. And I don't know if anybody has personally actually been helped by one of our help operators on the side of the road that's in this room. But if you've ever had a chance to be, you guys are out there every day, to ride around and to be exposed in that kind of light, it's something very special. And I know I love to see the positive remarks. We were talking earlier. We see the statistics that nobody wants to see, but we don't get to capture. And I don't know if I'm taking any of your thunder there or not, but the lives that were saved were impacted in those positive things, and I want to say thank you for that as well. I know we've got plenty of people here to speak that's going to say some pretty good things that have a lot of impact on what we do. But I just want to say welcome to Region 2, TDOT and Region 2, and thank you again for everything that you do for us every day. And I'm just proud to be a part of this Crash Responder Safety Week that's been a declaration by the governor, and it's extremely important for us.
Well, I'd like to say good morning. My name is Lacy. I'm proud to commemorate First Responder Safety Week during bringing attention to traffic responders who work tirelessly, going to personal risks to save everyone's life and impact traffic out on the roadway. As you all know, everyone in here is part of that team, and it means a lot to us when we do our daily job. We really want to spread that word to slow down, move over, because that's our work office. We're out there impacting traffic safety, and we want to do it in a safe manner. We want to keep everyone in this room safe, and it takes that partnership to accomplish that. So that is our whole goal here. I really appreciate everyone taking time out of their day to see that happened. This year's theme is protect those who protect you. We want to share that with the public, everyone you know. Please do that. Big thing I include our maintenance workers, our towers. As an agency, TDOT, we cannot accomplish our goal without you guys. You are a huge partner. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be here. That means a lot to me personally because, hey, my family travel these roadways. It is easily forgotten, but we all travel these roadways, and it's a huge impact on us. So at this time, I'm going to share a short video from our commissioner.
Hi, everyone. Governor Lee has declared November the 13th through the 17th as Crash Responder Safety Week in Tennessee. He issued a proclamation in support of a national effort to raise awareness of the critical role motorists play in keeping first responders safe as they perform their duties on our highways. This year's theme is Protect Those Who Protect You. In our case, that's our TDOT help truck drivers. They respond to incidents on our state's busiest roads and highways to minimize traffic congestion and the risk of secondary crashes with safe, quick clearance. They're our frontline people and one of TDOT's greatest assets. But our drivers aren't always shown the respect that they deserve on the road. 33 times this year, there's been incidents with help truck drivers where they've been hit, 5 times just in the last month. This should never happen. This week is our opportunity to make a difference individually and jointly for roadway safety during traffic incidents by teaching each other in our common goal for responsibility, safe roads for everyone. Protect those who protect you. Move over and slow down. It's the law.
Thank you so much, and it's great to be with you all here today, and such a great turnout to be here in Chattanooga. You know, I left early this morning. I left Mount Juliet, drove down this morning. Beautiful drive. It's just always great to be here in Chattanooga, in the Chattanooga area, with people who are so committed to saving lives. You know, everyone in this room is a lifesaver. We're committed to saving lives across the roadways. But first of all, I would like to, on behalf of myself, not only myself, but Commissioner Jeff Long of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security, I would just like to say thank you for inviting us to be a part of this event this morning. By improving driver behavior across the roadways of Tennessee, we can help reduce crashes, injuries, and fatalities, especially those who are crash responders, as many of you are here in this room. And all we're asking for is voluntary compliance of the laws. And that means obey the traffic laws, put your phone down, slow down, pay attention, and never drink and drive. Those simple things, decisions that people make on the roadways every day, can make a difference in lives that are lost on our roadways. When you see someone on the roadway, on the roadside, remember to slow down and move over. As Commissioner Ely said, it is the law to do that. It is the law to move over and slow down and move over. Texting, speeding, and other reckless driving behaviors can be deadly, and they threaten the lives of people around you, and just not counting yourself, but everyone close to you if you violate the law in those ways. At lower speeds, the consequences of crashes are less severe, especially if it pertains to a pedestrian or a roadside worker, such as many of you are. And all we're asking for is just let's work together. Everyone in this room, everyone that drives the roadways of Tennessee, work together to protect our roadside heroes. Additionally, I would like to just announce here today that we will be coming back down here to this same venue for a crash responders training, and it is January the 30th. We will offer the highway emergency responder training at this very location. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office's Highway Emergency Responder Training is a collaboration with Level 1 Accountability, using traffic incident management approach for teaching how to protect yourself on the roadways if you're in a motor vehicle crash or working a crash. For more information, we'd just like to announce that you can find more information on this at our website, tntrafficsafety.org. Together, we can do what needs to be done to save your lives on our roadways and all of our lives that are the motorists across our roadways in Tennessee. Before I close, though, I would like to say this: help truck drivers. I have personally been affected by a help truck driver who helped me and my wife in my personal vehicle. Unbelievable how many lives you all affect. How many work vehicles do we have in here? Is it any of our drivers in here? Thank you all so much for what you all do. You know, last year at our Lifesavers Conference, I recognized you all, everyone across the state, with a Director's Award, because you all provide such an important part of what we all are gathered here to do today, and that's save lives. Y'all make a difference on the roadways of Tennessee by the work that you do. So I just want to personally say thank you for what you all do. I saw a couple on the roadway this morning as I was coming in, doing the work of saving lives and protecting people. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for TDOT for allowing Tennessee Highway Safety Office to be a part of this. We're all committed to doing exactly what everyone wants, and that's saving lives on our roadways, and working together, we can make that happen. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John Hawkins, Miller Industries. On We're just 4 miles up the road. We're exit 9. I was just coming in here today, and before this facility was here in Volkswagen, we used that exit number 9 to do a lot of the United States Marine Corps training with our military program. Matter of fact, we're the ones that cut that path up on top of the hill when you come across. But I want to say that, a lot of people don't understand the towing and recovery business. And a lot of people don't understand what Chattanooga and the state of Tennessee means to the towing and recovery business. What Detroit was and is to the auto industry, the state of Tennessee and the state of Tennessee and the city of Chattanooga is the home to the towing and recovery business. It's been a critical part since the early 1900s. The Holmes Company was founded here, and in 1975, Jerry Holmes himself started Century Record, which is today right up there at exit number 11. By far, we're the largest manufacturer in the world. By far, we've gotten to be where we are because we understand the challenges that our customers, the towers themselves, face on a regular basis. Also, just recently, in the end of September, we had the Tennessee Trade Show at the Convention Center, as well as, if you may not know this, right at the foot of Lookout Mountain, is the International Towing and Recovery, where people from all over the world have been recognized for their services to that industry, and that's from all over the world. Also, there is the Hall of Fame, where we put anywhere between 8 to 10 to 12 people annually into that are recognized for that service. Also, there is what we call the Wall of the Fallen and the Survivor Fund. And as a matter of fact, for you all with TDOT, we have one of your drivers, unfortunately, on that wall. Now, I want to say this. This past year, we put 21 people on the wall that had lost their lives in the place of business throughout the country, the United States. That is by far the fewest amount of casualties that we've had. The average, unfortunately, is usually in that 50 to 60 range. Of those 21 people that lost their lives, 19 did it while working on the side of the road. And it's a challenging job, very challenging. And it's something that is not often recognized to that point of being the tower itself. The tow industry supports city, county, and states and federal government at no charge. It's one of that industries that is expected to be there, respond on time, get the road clear, and get everybody back on task. And we're usually the last people that get a chance to do our job, especially today with those legal commercials that we see on there. If you're hurt with a tractor trailer in a place of business, it's placed so much challenges on the city, the state, and the county law enforcement to be able to take the task of what happened in that accident and make sure that 6 months, 2 years, we have one of our own employees that was killed out on Dayton Highway 27. It was 4 years ago, and it's just now coming to court, and yet the tower is responsible because they're the last one kind of at the scene clearing the way. So we hold the burden of, what we face in the news that might be that afternoon that Highway 58 or the interstate was shut down, working in accident, showing the tower and that side of the game. Sometimes we get undue respect. I want to say that Shannon, some other people in this room, Mike McGovern in 2016, 2017, worked together with TDOT and your attorney, John Reinbold, and Mr. Underwood for the very first time. I've never in my years, 40 some odd years of being in the towing and recovery business, had seen the relationship with the state to that industry within the state. We were able to sit down and work through the challenges, understanding that a tow truck is placed on a cab and chassis, whether small or large, that cab and chassis was never designed for. That wrecker body that goes on there carries 100% of its load, 150 to 250 inches off the back of the wrecker. And that wasn't what the truck was ever designed for. They're designed to carry the load between the steer axle and the drives. The challenges that we have to do as a manufacturer to supply the tower that piece of equipment that can not only safely, navigate the roads, operate on a regular basis, keep 50% front axle weight, and yet do the recovery jobs that are necessary. It's a challenge. And I can say at Miller, we work very hard to take the weight out of there and yet keep the performance. And then hopefully train, which we do 3 to 5 times a year, with training schools. I'm just coming out of one from Alabama. We just had the Miller Rotator School 3 weeks ago at the convention center with over 160 people. This is an industry that's dedicated to doing with us what is necessary for the roadway. This is an industry that is sometimes neglected. This is an industry that made this country great. From the 1800s to the 1900s, successful entrepreneurs established drugstores and supermarket and clothing stores, and today that's all the corporate world. That individual successful entrepreneur are few and far between, and yet every tower, to do what they need to do, to buy the equipment, afford the labor to do it, and pay the insurance and the workman compensation, that's all done because they are successful at what they do. That's what made this country great. The working relationship that we've had, we want to see continue because we've only begun that task. There are more challenges here that the towers face on a regular basis. It's not so much the automobile or the tractor trailer, but these fixed frame vehicles that are very, very heavy and demand a unique piece of equipment to get there. I want to say that we enjoy working with the towers within this community. We've enjoyed working with the city of Chattanooga and supporting it and educating it, and educating the industry to the public, because I think that's a very critical part. And I want to thank Lacy and all the people there that's given us a chance to do that. And we're always available, at Miller to open our doors and show you the facility and show you what we do in a worldwide environment. Thank you very much.
My name is Cecil Harvey. I'm a sergeant with the Tennessee Highway Patrol in the Chattanooga District. I'm here to discuss a few key points of the Move Over Law. The law was established not only to protect emergency personnel, but individuals and their families. Please keep in mind the numbers and the stats that are presented today represents individuals that made that ultimate sacrifice. Also, please keep in mind that we all have people that we rely on, and we also have people that rely on us. So, Move Over Law is important for a few reasons, okay? I want to discuss safety, protection, legal consequence, and public awareness. So safety, the primary reason that the law was enacted is to ensure the safety of emergency personnel on the side of the road by requiring drivers to move over as they see the flashing lights. This would reduce the events of crashes and injuries. The law has been expanded to include non-emergency vehicles stationary on the side of the road with their four-way flashers activated. Protection. The law protects both emergency personnel and drivers on the road. When the driver sees this and moves over safely, this creates a safer workspace for everyone to be able to do their jobs. Of course, violating the Move Over Law can result in fines and penalties. Okay, so in order for the drivers to, if they follow these laws, it helps the drivers to reduce these penalties and avoid potential legal trouble and fines. Public awareness, where we come into play. Enforcing and following the Move Over Law helps awareness about the importance of giving emergency personnel and individuals a space they need to do their job, or if we're on the side of the road there individually, a space for us to work, change our tire, or take care of our vehicle personally. Also wanted to include the Move Over Law is important to families. We see ourselves as families, as an organization, as a group. We're all here as a family. We all have our own families outside of this. But also, I would like for you all to look at us as a family as well. So we have people that depend on us every day. And so a few points on this would be the safety of our loved ones, peace of mind, preventing tragedies, setting an example. So safety of loved ones. Many families have members who work in the emergency services, such as police officers, paramedics, etc. By following the Move Over Law, it reduces the risk that these loved ones face when responding to these roadside emergencies. Peace of mind comes into play. Knowing that the drivers are legally required to move over, imagine being on the side of the road, you're in your workspace. If you would, let's say your family member is traveling down the road and an medical emergency happens. They're having to move over. Lucky enough, let's say EMS was just traveling behind them. They pull over. They're the only ones in the driver's seat. They need to get them out. They don't have time to go back and reposition the vehicle, and they need to start treating this person here. The fact that knowing that people are legally required to move over and would create that buffer in that space, at that point, if it was your family member, you wouldn't want someone second guessing and not devoting their full attention to your family member and worrying about whether traffic is doing what they need to behind them. So, preventing tragedies. Compliance with the law prevents crashes and tragedies from happening. It impacts individual, it impacts communities. We have to be mindful of these things. All right, so lastly, setting an example. I think it's always important to think about our future and the people that are coming up behind us and representing us. So following the Move Over law sets positive examples for children and younger family members. It reinforces the importance of respecting the rules of the road and showing consideration for others' safety. In summary, the Move Over law is important for everyone because it directly impacts the safety and the well-being of our loved ones who work in this field, for our loved ones on the side of the road, and sets an example for responsible driving behaviors. So on behalf of the Tennessee Highway Patrol and Homeland Security, thank you for your time and attendance. Please keep your families and our families in mind as you travel on the roadway. Move over safely.
My name is Heather Williams. I'm a captain with the Chattanooga Police Department. We've heard from a lot of great folks this morning that have provided a lot of impactful and important information. So please, when you see a first responder, Tennessee Department of Transportation vehicle, a wrecker vehicle, or a disabled vehicle on the side of the road, take the time to slow down and move over. Move over when it's safe to do so. If it's not safe to change lanes, then slow way down. Just because you don't see someone doesn't mean that they're not there. It's not only the law, but most importantly, let's do our part. Let's all of us do our part to ensure everyone returns home safely to their families, and it's the holiday season. So this is very, very important. We can do this by remaining alert, avoiding distracting driving, drunk driving, and slowing down and moving over. Protect those who protect you. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Fire Chief Phil Hyman. I noticed, thank you, Lacy, for having us. I think this is a very important morning. I mean, the Move Over law has been, I've seen a spectacular increase in folks recognizing the Move Over law, which is a good thing. Lacy mentioned that the TDOT help trucks went in service in 1999. We personally had an incident. I was on a fire truck on the side of the road prior to 99, and we had a pedestrian strike the back of the truck as we were walking to the truck. Risked lives of almost 4 firefighters, plus the driver that was driving the truck. So having those help trucks on the road do save lives. I imagine a time when I was walking in here, I noticed one of the TDOT trucks that had been struck in the rear sitting out here is just a reminder to everybody how crucial that time frame is and how crucial it is for folks to slow down when these trucks are on the road. Nearly destroyed one of our fire trucks, nearly cost the lives of 4 firefighters, nearly cost the life of a driver that just wasn't paying attention. He did not move over and struck the back of a fire truck at high speed. And that's just a scary thing to have happen. So I've moved forward past 99 with TDOT help trucks on the scene now. I imagine that going back to that call and thinking, what would it have been like if we'd have had a TDOT help truck there with some signage and helping people to move over? If the move over law was in place, what could we have avoided? And I'm not telling a story that any other agency in here couldn't tell you already. It's impacted the Tennessee Highway Patrol. It's impacted TDOT. It's impacted the Chattanooga Police Department, the Sheriff's Department. Every emergency responder that's out there has been impacted in some way by this. And that's just a testament to how important this move over law is, how important our TDOT partners are to be on the roadways to help protect folks, and how important it is for all of our responders that respond on a daily basis to the freeways and all our roadways. How important that relationship is. And I notice a lot of our partners from the towing and recovery are here. John from Miller Industries, I think it's just a testament to your industry and how much you put into what needs to be on the roadways to help protect us. I know we lean heavily on Yates for a lot of our technical rescue stuff. Those trucks are designed to help us, and there's not one truck that I wouldn't feel comfortable putting our firefighters under would be one of the Yates trucks that help us with a lot of that. So it just goes back to a lot of the partnerships that we have with all the agencies throughout our entire responding community, and how important that is. So again, if there was one message that I could put out there to everybody in the public, it's pay close heed to the move over law. Know that when responders are on the roadway, to move over, slow down, and help protect folks. And it's really about saving lives. We can't help save lives from a responder standpoint if we're being put in jeopardy at the same time. So thank you, Lacy, and all the partnerships that we've had over the years. I'm looking forward to seeing this grow. And again, just the message to get out there is move over and slow down, please. Thank you.
I just want to thank everybody in this room for all the help you guys have provided to us on different accidents, different responses we've had here in the last year, definitely in the Chattanooga area, helping us all out to get the roadways open faster, to get the public moving again. I run our maintenance division here in the Chattanooga area, and my crews are constantly on our roads working. That is our office space. And I'd just like to echo what we've already been said today, that moving over and slowing down for us saves our lives and helps us complete our job faster and safer. Allows us to help everybody get to where they're going, and we just appreciate everybody's help in doing that. So, thank you.
I got one real specific message. Slow down and move over, or expect to pay the price as law enforcement focuses on this important state law. Every single day, the sheriff's office, other public safety professionals, our brothers and sisters in the towing industry respond to calls for service across this county on county roads, city streets, and interstate highways in service to others in their time of need. The lack of attention to this important issue can have fatal consequences. In closing, I'll remind you, slow down and move over and help protect those who protect others. Thank you.